Well, a cow pie really isn't a pie. Brought to you by MetLife Foundation, National Association for the Education of Young Children, and the Ad Council.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm a survivor of mannequinism. Mannequinism is basically when you turn into a hard plastic shell. They say it's from not being politically active. For me, it started when I didn't register to vote, and then I stopped volunteering, and before I knew it, I wasn't doing anything. And that's when I found the first sign. A small, discolored hard patch of plastic on my right shoulder. I thought it would go away on its own, but it didn't. It kept spreading. And when I could no longer conceal it with a t-shirt, I knew I had to see the doctor. He said I had this early stage of mannequinism and that my only hope was to get involved, even if it was something simple. So I began reading the newspaper and instantly got feeling back in my arm. I guess you could say I'm living proof you can fight mannequinism.
Protect yourself from mannequinism. Log on to fightmannequinism.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
2. Theodoro thought about the shot. Now he shoots the 3, and he nails it. Elias Theodoro hits the 3. Oh. Another little three-point shot, and that one is good by Tiara Tucker. 3 points for her. Way to get things started for Tiara Tucker. 9. 1 ball, 1 strike count coming up. Corner steal. A chopper to the third baseman. It just looks like it gets out of reach, but he'll throw on to first. And that is out number 2, but on the play, Halstead will score, and that's the first run for the Tigers as they now cut the lead in half, 2-1. Sports. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to 209 Sports Talk. I am JD Jeff Dominic. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Special edition of 209 Sports Talk. It is Fantasy Football Draft Party. We've got 3 men in the house, and that's just kind of weird if you actually think about it. And of course, we're all in the same room. It's even worse. So let me go ahead and introduce everyone that is in the room. Once again, I am JD Jeff Dominic. I will be the mouthpiece of the group. Let me go ahead and bring in Mr. DJ JOD, Mark Itliong, who's my regular co-host. Mark, I know it's a different mic setup for you, so go ahead and give us a test.
Test.
Gotcha. We're good. How you doing, man?
Good.
Good. How about you? Well, let's turn him up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, you can't tell me to turn it up. You got to do it.
I got to do it. Well, that brings us to our next guest. Maybe we can actually.
Turn up on my headphones.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like I'm deaf.
It's too loud.
So like you're yelling across the...
Well, he was trying to keep it down for last week.
Yeah, after last week.
Yeah, after last show.
No, my headphones.
I'm working on it. Oh, your headphones?
Yeah, my headphones.
Little technical difficulties as we kind of get him all wound up, ready to go here. We getting any better?
There you go.
Cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and introduce the guest of the evening and probably for the next 2 shows, and that is Mr. Flyball to Right, if you've heard him on the W.TV. That is Mr. Loyal listener, Kyle Hauk.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's good to be here.
All right, so the premise of our show is to give everyone the opportunity to understand what our thought process is in order to help you with fantasy football. Myself personally, I've won leagues. I've won daily fantasy football leagues.
Okay, that's enough.
I've done enough to feel that I know enough to not get you in trouble. Mark Itliong, you've done enough to be in 4th from what I've seen. So it helps you
directly on the attack mode.
I'm on fire right now. You know that. You work with me, so you know how it goes.
You got the red shirt, so you're...
When I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Yeah, it says the one that has the Texas Longhorns burnt orange again.
Hey,
at least it's a different shirt.
Orange.
It's a different shirt though.
Got to represent the
Uso
orange.
Crazy.
Got to represent the orange.
Got to represent the orange. Now, Mark and I both have a little bit of experience. Now, for someone that's a beginner, Kyle Hauk, as he raises his hand, as you can see on the 209 Sports YouTube channel, which brings to mind that I forgot to bring us all out and put us on Facebook and Twitter. So, Mark, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me, if you have availability to, considering that you're holding the mic. Can you put us out on 209 Sports Facebook page?
How, when I'm holding a microphone?
Oh my gosh, you suck. But anyways,
I feel a little hostility here, fellas. It's not quite what I'm used to. I mean, I'm used to text messaging into the show and a little bit of Snapchatting, but
this guy, really? If he only knew what we say at work, okay?
True.
Okay, done. Game, set, match. Moving on.
Mic drop.
Now, we've got about 10 minutes before our first draft. We have 5 different leagues we're dealing with. We're doing CBS Sports, which sucks, but that's the first one we're going to be dealing with.
Ouch.
Oh, I'm so disappointed with them. NFL.com, which actually is pretty good. I got a chance to really check them out today. Yahoo Sports, which is rated the number 1 fantasy football app on your cell phone, excuse me. And then you have
House phone.
Oh, what's a phone? What's a telephone?
one that rings, but if we had the proper connection, we'd be able to have be a call-in show today. But someone showed up at 6:30. Hey.
Okay.
We have ESPN.com and then Fox Sports Fantasy Football as well. So our idea is to give you a little bit of experience from different websites. So we will probably be getting started here in about the next 10 minutes. I'm keeping an eye out for the timer, which will be the first one will be CBS Sports, which we're still waiting for anybody to jump in our league. So it may not happen, quite honestly, as we're trying to kind of get things ready. I can guarantee you 1 league will be ready, possibly 2, and even a 3rd. We're waiting for Yahoo, and it looks like we might have one for NFL.com. We'll see how things go throughout the night. As we kind of like I said, our intent is to keep everybody on the same page on what we look for whenever we're playing fantasy football. Does it work 100% of the time? No. But for someone that's very new into the scene, which makes it even better to have somebody here with us to do this, like Kyle is, that way he can kind of get an understanding and a grasp. Because I remember when I first started doing fantasy football, I was just doing it. I just got into it. I just did it myself. Now it's so big. Now it's because there's money involved. There's daily football leagues. There's there's so many out there now that for someone like Kyle, for example, just jumping into it isn't really jumping into it because he could lose a lot of money. He could do a lot of things where it's harder for him to understand. So that is the premise of our day-to-day in order to get everything kind of the understanding. So, guys, thoughts as you kind of get ready for, well, Kyle, this really isn't your first draft. You kind of got a little acclimated last week, but your thoughts as you kind of get ready to really dive into this, if you've been able to do a little bit more research.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of research. You and I did a mock draft to kind of get me a feel for what to expect when we go into this. You know what? I'm really just kind of excited. This is kind of a new deal for me, as you said. And, I'm hoping that I bring enough A game to at least squash Mark. Nothing personal, Mark. I know we just met, but Jeff has already put it out there that he will demolish me. Those were his words.
So you'd rather finish 2nd than 3rd?
Well,
you think you have a better chance against me? Because he doesn't know me.
No, but I mean, Jeff did kind of lay down the gauntlet, and then you, of course, asking what I was going to bring to the table as a newbie. My goal is to actually, yes, as long as I beat Mark, I'm good. I'm good for right now. Next year you will be my goal, but we'll deal with that at a later date.
I don't feel well. Let's be honest too. I mean, it's not like you don't know football. So you know players well enough to understand that, okay, if this guy has a 100-yard game, I'm going to have a good chance of getting a good day from him if he's on my team.
Oh, for sure. I mean, my wife will vouch for you. Come Sundays during football season, I don't move. I'm worthless.
That's just like at work.
Wow.
There it went. He knew it was coming. He knew it was coming.
I tried to stop it, and it's just not going to happen.
You set it up, bro.
Yeah.
I know, I did. Softball.
Lobbed it. So, Mark, as you get ready for a draft, and knowing that it's going to be, if things pan out the way that they're supposed to, this could be very hectic. What is your method in order to kind of get ready for, I mean, we're going to be rushing 5 leagues at you in a 3-hour span projected. Mm-hmm. So what are you looking at when you know that, okay, I understand that I'm going to be dealing with a rookie and someone that knows a little bit about it that I can talk to back and forth and give him an understanding of what might be the best pick for him, and not giving away too much. That way you really don't, screw yourself in the league as well.
I would just say I'll have a couple leagues since we're playing, I believe 5. So I'll use at least 3 of them being like real serious, or 4, and then use the rest just to like, let's see what would happen type of thing.
Right.
So
right.
I could use one as if I draft this right now, see my pick later, just to get a feel with Jeff and Kyle. So that's what I want to do. So, but then you guys could just play off top and screw me over. So I was like, you know what? Never mind.
Well, here's how in my thought process of the way that I was hoping, and this is trial by error. I mean, we may not be doing this the next time that this comes around, considering that we're all together again when this next time comes around. What my thought process was when my pick is up, I'll explain what I'm looking for, and then we can dissect, was that a good pick, bad pick, and why I picked it from there. As your pick gets closer, obviously you're next, so we obviously can't screw you over in that, but we can influence you possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, we're not gonna really say, okay, he's gonna pick this guy, I better find a way. That ain't gonna happen. So obviously we can't do something like that to you, but it would be nice to know who you're thinking of as your time comes. Obviously in the act of gamesmanship, that you're not going to say it before Kyle's pick, obviously.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if there's more people, like, the computerized people, they play, yeah, they could screw me over.
Right.
I wasn't just saying you guys will. I'm just saying, I was thinking about going to pick this guy, going to draft a certain player, and then this person before me end up picking him up, so I would have to, instead of going heavy on running backs in the first 2 drafts, I would change it and get like a wide receiver. So,
and that makes sense. So, let's kind of throw, since we got, it looks like the 209 Sports, CBS Sports isn't going to happen. I mean, we're only at 4 leagues or 4 teams, so I'm trying to see if I'm going to review my league settings just to see if I may have screwed up, which I probably wouldn't doubt it, knowing me.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Nope. And so,
you say the league settings or your leggings?
my leggings? No, they look pretty good. Thank you, sir. Dummy.
I think so. Your leg. I gotta take my leggings.
And so it's a live draft, 14 rounds. I don't know. I'm looking at everything, and it looks like that were okay. I mean, it shows that it's
open to the public.
Snake 215. I have settings 209 teams. I'm gonna say that and like I said, I have not been a fan of this one. Kyle, you had a chance to look at this one. We're just not really huge on this.
No, it was a bit of a struggle even for you, for somebody who's familiar with fantasy football. I know the day that you and I did the mock draft on one of the other ones that we're going to do, there were some words saying that shouldn't be said on the show, but
it won't be said on the show.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying that for you to be frustrated like that with what you know of these systems and shows or programs, you're right. It may not happen.
So, that's fine. I really don't. It's no skin off my nose when it comes to that one. But let's see. I mean, the next ones that are going to be coming up looks like I'm going to say it's probably, if I'm not mistaken, could it be Yahoo? And it's possible that Yahoo is our next one.
Okay, here's a good question for both of you.
Listening.
If it's a 12-man team draft, which position would you rather be when it comes to draft? Would you rather be in the back end, front end, or the first 2 picks? Because I heard on the radio, the first pick is always an easy pick.
Of course.
But the hardest one is the one right after, number 2. Because there's a lot of players who could be number 2 compared to being number 1. Because everyone knows Antonio Brown is your number 1.
So here's what I've done is I've actually thrown myself into a few leagues already. And I've played the number 1 pick, and I've played the lowest I've been is the number 8 pick, and most of them have been 10-team picks. The first pick was obviously easy. It was frustrating to watch all these picks go in front of me, but knowing I got 2 picks coming back to me is kind of nice. I've found that at least if you're in the 6 or 7 spot, you actually are in probably one of the most prime spots because you're going to have picks fairly close by. You're not too far from the next pick once you've gone through your second round. What was it? I want to say it was the very first draft that I actually did this year. I wound up getting Adrian Peterson and Rob Gronkowski for my first 2 picks, and I think I was in the 8th pick. So it wasn't bad. What you got? You over there chuckling?
I am chuckling.
Why?
I'm listening to you, but to kind of feed off of what you're saying,
Yeah.
Right there in the pack, because you can kind of get an idea of what everybody else is doing and whether or not you want to continue to stay in, say, that direction, or if you want to, like you said, just kind of go off on your own little deal and kind of go around, So if they're out there picking the running backs, okay, do you go for a wide receiver core and start with your wide receivers? Or do you go with a running quarterback where you can fall back on, say, a B plus running back out of the league, because there's a lot of those in the league. There really is. And then, when you start looking at it, you can see what everybody else is doing. And I think that's for the first time that what I'm doing here, I think that I will probably on 1 or 2 of these be doing something like that. May or may not. Not going to let you guys just, walk all over me. I'm just saying. But that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was my next question was, since this should be your first time drafting, not today, but just in general. What's your take? Are you going to go heavy on the run backs first or wide receiver, or without giving too much of your information?
I'll say this. So the mock draft that JD and I did to kind of give me a feel for what, how things go. He was yelling at me. It was kind of scary, to be honest with you. I felt like I was a kid again.
Sir, yes, sir.
No, but it was, load up on your running backs, catch your wide receiver, and then, maybe a wide receiver, and then look at your quarterback. I kind of went off helm a little bit, and I thought he was just going to come unglued on me.
He didn't pick the Dallas defense yet.
What are you doing picking a kicker right now? You don't need a kicker.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it was like in the 7th round. I swear.
Okay, I got this.
I got
I got this. JD, you're good. Go ahead.
I got this.
And before Mark starts teeing off on you now, because I've already had enough of my, I've had my fill, and you're a big guy, so you've got plenty to go around. Mark can have you next, but here's something that you need to take into account for, and this goes for not just you, Mark, myself. This goes for everybody. Take an account of the bye weeks. If you have 2 wide receivers in the same bye week, you're kind of screwed.
Right.
Because I did make the mistake, but I got very lucky on my draft. When I picked Rob Gronkowski, well, I also picked another Patriots player. And I went, oh, crap, that ain't going to work. Because I have now a tight end and a wide receiver, Julian Edelman, who, I'm like, oh, this might be in trouble. Well, I got lucky, and I think I wound up picking up Alan Hearns or something like that to help me offset that whole situation.
Your bench had a good filler.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
So be very careful on that. I'm going to definitely be all over you on that to make sure that, because it's very easy for that to be ignored.
Right.
Because, oh, crud, I can get, some insert name player here, and then you get them there, and then all of a sudden, 3 or 4, rounds later, oh, cool, I can get this guy. And then you're like, oh, crud, I've got two guys that have a bye week on week 5.
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
Especially in the early week. I think of week 8 or week 9, there's several players that are big names where you be able to draft multiple players, and you see them like, oh, wait, I don't want to do that, but then I don't want to lose him.
Right.
So if you have a good backup, if you're gonna use him as more as a backup player, then go ahead. Or if you're doing a flex type of schedule, you got 3 receivers already.
You might hear some noises, guys. Just be prepared.
You could get draft that player whichever you want to. So
it looks like NFL.com is allowing us to enter the draft right now, just so everybody's ahead.
12 minutes.
How much?
12.
Perfect.
Under 13 minutes.
Awesome. So
I'm
there's
number 5. Number 5.
Ooh, where am I at?
I don't know.
Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
I don't know.
I'm number. Oh, perfect. I'm number 9. So you're going to be able to see what Mark's going to be thinking right now. It looks like Kyle, you haven't entered the room yet. What is your? Are you Cowboys for? No, you should be.
I'm a loyal listener.
There you are. You're actually going to be number 6.
Number 6. Uh-oh.
So this is perfect. So you're going to be able to hear what Mark is thinking, but it also may influence you on your draft as you get ready to go. It's a great idea. It's and this is kind of what I envisioned when I got to this point. So It looks like NFL.com will be our next one, starting in about 12 minutes. After that,
I actually like this format. It looks nice.
it does, right? So NFL.com has a great format. Yahoo Sports will be. It looks like it's going to
It's
be.
in 2 hours, so we're good with that. I think that should
Yahoo
be
Sports
our
is
last
2 hours.
Yeah.
In Yahoo Sports, and I want to say that the reason why I did that was because I want to. Yahoo Sports is one of the top ones. ESPN is also. I would say they're 1A, 1B categories. At that point, it's pretty much your personal opinion at that point. But those are two great ones that we know for a fact ESPN is filled,
No, there's only one, the great one, and that's The Rock.
and that is why our show stinks right now. No.
The great one.
Oh, you know what? I better get to this.
I know. What
What the hell's wrong with me?
What?
Where the hell have I been all night? All right, hold on.
Don't make it awkward.
Don't make it awkward.
Bada boom! Realest guys in the room! How you doing?
That's
you
right.
doing?
Man, you know what? Since we've got time before the fantasy football really starts to heat up here for us as we get started here, and this is kind of what is exciting for me right now, knowing that we're going to have a draft in about the next 10 minutes. It sucks we couldn't do CBS. I should have known better, but because I saw the writing on the wall, quite honestly, because they wanted me to pay to manage a league. And I ain't no way in hell I'm going to do that. So we could do it a little bit differently if you guys want, but we'll figure that out. I don't like that idea, and because I don't like CBS Sports anyways, the way that they're doing their fantasy football, I don't care if we do it or not, quite honestly. My thought process would have been, hey, let's go ahead and see if all three of us can find a way to get into a league together and go that route. Well, they draft now. There's no way in hell we'd be able to be all in the same group.
No, see, I like this because it gives us time to talk,
Right.
to do a pre-draft to know each other and just to get it going. And this being the first draft should be at
It's in about 9 minutes.
7:30. So
Yeah,
that's around 7:30.
7:30 our time, depending on where you're listening from too. We've got to make sure we respect everybody to do
Yeah,
that.
so that's good to talk it out and try to figure out, dissect each other.
All right, man. Well, let's put it this way. Now, your son is listening live too. First of all, tell him to text your rear end so that way we know what he's thinking. So since he knows that we know that he's listening to us on YouTube.
I'm sorry, he actually has been.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, wait a minute here. Which one is he? Slim Jim's?
He's Slim Jim. And,
Perfect. He's got the number one pick.
Oh,
And he says, are we doing CBS or what?
No, tell him to pound sand with CBS.
Watch the show and pay attention.
Yes. So he's listening right now. Ask. Well, you don't
tell
have to
him
ask
he
him.
can trade
He's
for the first pick.
shut your mouth. Don't even start that.
Okay.
Trade picks.
Wow.
But he's got the first pick. Who is he thinking and why? And he can answer that.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, number one pick overall.
Colin
Wrong. Oh, he's a Niners fan. That's the other thing
I'm
too.
not.
No. I'm talking about your son.
Yeah, I don't
Austin,
know where I went
hey
wrong.
guys, Bree, Amy,
Yeah.
glad you're all. Hopefully you're all watching. Hope everybody's doing okay.
The new breed of loyal listeners.
That's right.
As my wife's at home cussing because my son's taking over the TV in the living room.
Well, then let's put it this way. Thank you, Mom, for allowing your son to borrow the TV for the next 3 hours.
Yeah. And
We'll see how that works out.
And your husband to be out of the house.
Speaking of which, tomorrow is somebody's special day. Mr. Birthday to Mr. Kalhauk.
Tomorrow.
I thought it was
Today.
Today.
I'm sorry.
It is today.
You kept saying tomorrow.
How-
My bad. And now I've started to convince
I
myself
just
to tomorrow.
met you. I knew it was your birthday.
But today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Kyle.
Happy
Thank you. Thank you.
What a better way to go ahead and celebrate than not with your family, but your fantasy football friends. That's awesome.
Yes. Hey, listen. I tell you, my wife is excited that
You're not in the house?
That
Yeah, I
you've
don't know.
invited me down, and I am not in the house. So, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, but no, and so of course she's always like, well, if it doesn't really cost a lot and you can get out of the house, see ya.
Exactly.
I get it.
Let's see.
Kind of. Not really. Because as he entered my house, he's like, oh, so this is what the bachelor's life is like. I've never been here. You have to leave.
You stay. All right. So
So he has the very first pick. Once again, wow, we got quite a few viewers right now. That's cool. Thank you all for checking us out. Has he responded back to you at all?
no, he says
No.
no. He says actually he says we're offline for some reason, but I think he's retarded.
Well, it very well may happen because I'm looking at it right now and it shows Kyle. Let's take a look. I'm going to. It very well could be. We've got a pretty well stacked room right now, and Everyone's on the
And he
Wi-Fi.
says, never mind.
Okay.
So I'm telling him to answer the question you ask. What's his thoughts on the first pick?
Yeah, under 6 minutes.
Yep, we're online. So, someone just said just dropping a high, and that was Gus.
Well,
So
I'm just dropping a deuce. Peace out. That kind of.
and I'm out.
That kind of deuce. That
Wow.
Deuce.
So, anyways, but so he's got the very first pick. Let us know what he's thinking because we really want to know what his thought process is. I guess a great question. You know what? We did have an error, so I'll have to get us. We're up. I just realized that it was all on our end as well. So once again, apologize about that. We'll get this thing back up and running here shortly because I just realized my draft was down. So like I said, it is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's.
I have an answer for you.
Go ahead.
Slim Jim says, looking for a running back first round. Looking for a team with maybe a strong wide receiver core, lots of run support.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of draft is this? Is it a PPR?
PPR for NFL, yes.
So if I was him, I would get someone that, someone like Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be a given. Don't go running back.
The number one pick primarily has been Antonio Brown because you know he's going to be getting all these picks. I know
really?
we're probably down again. It just does show us offline again. Oh, see, it shows me us live.
Okay.
A lot of the I forgot what's it called, the acronym. I think it's ADR, something like that, where it shows a player position, a projected a pick.
Right.
And Antonio Brown is like 1.45, something like that.
So Mark, real quick so that way we're not too far off. Explain what a PPR and a regular standard league is. I mean,
He has a lot more of these apps and stays up to date on it more than I do. So I'm more of the live type person when I'm watching the TV and Sunday Field with ESPN.
Mhm.
I'm not much for the searching, and being online a lot. So, ouch.
There it goes.
someone just got dropped.
I think that hurt.
Someone keep on moving. This camera keep on moving. This is like.
Wow. I'm gonna get myself sick here doing this.
Yeah.
But no.
For those watching,
Go ahead and explain
This
what
is-
a PPR.
So a PPR league is that it's points per reception. So me being the commissioner, I can set the standards as far as who's going where, who's doing what. I am trying to keep this thing going. It seems like this thing's really far back, but anyways, points per reception. So it gives you bonuses per catch. So if you know you have and so if this varies for you, Austin, who's listening at home, if this varies for you a little bit, my intent would probably be to say go for something that the wide receiver is going to get a lot of catches, i.e. like a DeAndre Hopkins who had 110 catches last year, or even so even if you decide to go running back now, make sure you go for someone like a Julian Edelman who is going to get the ball a lot, or a Rob Gronkowski maybe in the second round.
You said running back. That's not.
I
running
did.
back.
No. What I said is that if you're thinking about, if you decide to get a running back now, which
Mhm.
realistically in the first round in your spot, I wouldn't do. That's just me telling you that, myself personally, I'd look for a wide receiver knowing that Antonio Brown is going to be the first pick. And if you don't pick him, the next guy's going to.
right?
So with that being said, he's
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. Thank you.
I'm trying to get mine logged up here.
Okay, go ahead. Go
So
finish what you were saying.
anyways, so with that being said, you're going to want to go after somebody that is somebody like the Antonio Browns, because he's going to be over 100 catches this year, which means he's going to have a minimum of, on average, 8 catches per game. That's realistically, if I set it up right, you have a half a point per game. That is 4 points that you're going to probably need if you're playing somebody else. Now, I know for a fact that your dad, for example, is going to want to kick your rear end, so he's pretty much saying, go ahead and skip Antonio Brown. I don't care. But realistically, you're not going to want to do that. The show is about trying to get the correct, getting you the correct players. There you go. You back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Get in there as soon as.
1 minute.
You've got.
1 minute.
Trying to figure out where to go on here. Click draft now.
Yeah. Click draft now. So you're loyal listener, Kyle. So you're going to be 6. So You still got a little bit of time before you get back up there, but less than 40 seconds before our first fantasy football draft of the evening.
What round do we see the first quarterback get draft?
It's going in the first round. It'll get in the first round. It's going to be Cam Newton, and you act like it's not going to be somebody
I didn't say who will be the number one. I'm saying when, what round.
First round. You don't believe me?
Let me just watch.
Realistically, I don't think that the quarterback should be first round.
Yeah, first or second round. Quarterback should be taking on at least the fourth.
But at this time, you also know that you have Cam Newton, which in the PPR league is going to be great. He's a dual threat person, so you know that he can be good
Draft
to go.
Time.
And it shows that Slim Jims is on the clock, and he is with 1:20 seconds to go. We're just kind of and now. So now here's the downside to it is that Slim Jims is going to be probably waiting for a little bit. After this, he's going to be probably waiting a good, I don't know, probably about 15 to 20 minutes. As the draft gets going, it gets faster, but right now is probably the toughest time because a lot of the serious guys will probably. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, yes, I did. Will probably want to really think about their options, i.e., like I said, with myself, I'd be waiting to see who I'm going to get. Slim Jims is now at 45 seconds. So
there you go.
He did get it. So with the first pick, he does take Antonio Brown. Aaron Rodgers goes second.
Wow. Oh, wow. This is super fast.
Odell Beckham Jr. goes third.
Am I next?
Yes, you are. You're fifth. So what are you thinking about?
I'm going to go running back.
Slow down, because Kyle's not up yet. He's trying to still log in.
No, I thought I was next, but no, I'm up now.
It is now. You've got Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, David Johnson, Adrian Peterson, Ezekiel Elliott, Rob Gronkowski, Dez Bryant, all up there in the top, within the top 7 right now.
I'm gonna go. Since I got good running backs right now, I'm gonna go ahead and take.
Hold on 1 second with the minute. You still got a minute left. Let's make sure Kyle's back up.
I am up.
Yeah,
you are running?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Since I'm a Cowboys fan, I don't want to take a risk with the rookie running back right now. So I'll take the.
Oh wow, yours looks different than mine. Okay.
I'll take Todd Gurley.
Nice
LA
pick.
Rams.
All right, so the running back.
Yay! We're still
is off the clock, and that was the first running back taken off the clock. And AJ Green. Oh, it took it. Okay, so it had you pick someone there, Kyle.
Oh, I picked?
Yeah, it
auto pick.
It auto picked. Are you on the right one, dude? Because
fantasy football, right?
NFL
fantasy football, yeah.
You're on the wrong one, bro.
No.
Yeah, because you've already picked.
You're not on the 209 Sports.
So, but on that note, it helps you. You picked Julio Jones.
Yeah,
so
because we don't.
It gives you time to figure out on
our
who
time
you
is
get next.
2 minutes, not 4 minutes or whatever minutes.
Yeah. So, you know what? You clicked that. Your league is. Yeah, click that. That's weird. Anyways,
so I think sure you're up. No.
No, so it's got a name that I'm going to leave alone right now. Picking and
Pittsburgh?
with 45 seconds. Yeah, we'll say Pittsburgh. I like it.
I said Pittsburgh.
Really? You're dumb.
Well, you have to read everything.
So coming up, Adrian Peterson, Ron Gronkowski, Dez Bryant are all still on the list. DeAndre Hopkins is also still on the list. Myself personally, what I'm going to be looking for, I'm probably going to be picking up, depending on who he picks up with 22 seconds left, I'm probably going to be picking up Adrian Peterson. And with any luck, I still have an option to get, I'll have an option to get Rob Gronkowski, Dez Bryant, or DeAndre Hopkins. Those are already going to be the guys. That's what I'm going to be looking at because I know I have the next 2 of the next 3 picks, essentially. Or 4 of the next 2 of the next 4 picks.
And that's why I like being the halfway because I could see players in front of me and the players behind me.
Right.
That okay, at least I got a couple good players still.
So David Johnson got picked. Mark, can you help him out real quick? I can't see what he's got going on, but it seems like he's having an issue. While he's doing that, I'm up. And so what I've got my options is I've already said that I've got Adrian Peterson up. So chances are I'm going to probably take him because it's a darn good running back that I need. And, with Minnesota, knowing that Teddy Bridgewater is out for the season, and they're going to rely heavy on him, you best believe that I'm going to probably look at someone like Adrian Peterson with 45 seconds to go. I'm doing this kind of on purpose, as everybody's aware of. But I'm also looking at, okay, Adrian Peterson, he's got a bye week 6. And DeAndre Hopkins is in week 9. So chances are I may get him. Des Bryant is also the other option. You got him good?
Yeah,
Cool. What happened?
I happen.
Mark, you're going to have to watch him. That's just all there is to it.
Somebody help me, please.
That's a rookie. Happy birthday, though.
Oh, thanks.
So Adrian Peterson with 12 seconds to go. I'm drafting him. He is my first pick in this year's draft. So I have a great running back covered now. Mm-hmm. So now I'm looking at what Steelers is probably picking. He's probably going to be picking. I'm going to say he probably will go Rob Gronkowski and possibly DeAndre Hopkins, which leaves me Des Bryant, which is fine because I have him with a bye week on week 7, which is something that I'm okay with. But after that, it starts to get a little interesting because now I have a long ways to wait. Where now you'll have to. Wow, it shows you behind me. That's crazy. Anyways. I'm looking at Kyle's. He's like at 55. I'm at 48. That's crazy. But
it's just a delay. But it's
so wow, he picked Lamar Miller.
Wow,
that's crazy. Now that's not. Well, I wouldn't say that's crazy because he's going to be in Houston. He's going to be relied on a lot this year.
No, I don't. No.
I think he was. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not convinced on Brock Osweiler. Really, but
then you still got DeAndre Hopkins. You could throw any quarterback.
Which means it's prime time for me because I can pretty much have the option to pick. I'm going to probably be getting DeAndre Hopkins or Rob Gronkowski at this point. And
get Tom Brady.
No. But because he's picked Lamar Miller, my options are wide open now. I can pick pretty much anybody without any issues right at the moment that I'd be concerned with. And so he's picked. He's actually really Le'Veon Bell. Okay.
Who is
well, that's a,
out
you could
for the
also
first
probably
4 games?
3 games.
3 games.
Then you probably see is that an auto pick or that's a real person.
Looks like it's a real person, but I think someone could be. You're going to get people like this, but then again, maybe not. Le'Veon Bell, we said, is going to be is suspended for the next 3 games. Mm-hmm. He can come back if he picks right. He picked Lamar Miller. It makes sense. He comes back. He's got Lamar Miller and Le'Veon Bell. Who, if Lamar Miller is who he can be, he's going to be great.
And then you just pick up another running back, probably D'Angelo Williams in the later rounds.
Exactly.
To handicap Bell.
So now I'm kind of at a good spot. I can pick a lot of different players. I'm gonna
What you looking for? Are you looking for a running back or?
Well, I need a playmaker, obviously, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go a little off kilter, but not really because this isn't much of a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I am concerned with a quarterback he's not familiar with, but I have to do it because after week 4, I'm in prime mode here. I'm taking Rob Gronkowski.
Go ahead.
I just did.
Go ahead with your bad self.
So with Rob Gronkowski off the board, that's probably your best tight end, but it's not your worst. He's not your best option as far as what I probably just did.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at it also as well. I know for a fact that I'm going to be coming back to me, and I'm going to have a lot of options still in the next couple of rounds. I will probably go running back and wide receiver again. But my tight end I know is covered. So I don't have to worry about another tight end for a very long time. And if Rob Gronkowski can stay healthy, I've got a pretty much a big-time team that I'm already starting to build here. I've got Adrian Peterson and Rob Gronkowski. That's a good start.
Yeah,
not saying that anybody else is wrong. I'm just saying that it's a good start for me to have the first with those 2 picks.
Yeah, no, I think the second best tight end right now would have to be Jordan Reed from the Washington Redskins. But
The love, though, is there's a lot of love right now in the tight end position. You got Travis Kelce, who I think is going to be out. Or no, it's the dude from Cincinnati. I'm trying to think of his name right off the top of my head. I'll be able to tell you here in a second.
Not Chelsea?
Tyler Eifert.
Yeah.
He's out for a couple weeks. So, but you actually think about it. Jordan Reed, as you said, Greg Olsen, Tyler Eifert, Travis Kelce, Gary Barnidge, and Delaney Walker are probably, all those targets right there. Marcus Mariota is going to be using the hell out of Delaney Walker.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that. So he's not a bad option right now. So it looks like there has been a pick. The Des Bryant went 13, and Jordy Nelson has also been pulled off the board. And that's a bold move. I mean, I'm not saying Jordy Nelson, but he's coming off a knee injury. If anybody's smart right now, they probably have to also go after Randall Cobb, who's a huge pickup right now, and who's also coming off an injury. So for over there in Green Bay.
We got one more pick. DeAndre Hopkins.
Loyal listener Kyle is actually on the clock. So your thoughts right now, man? You've picked up a good wide receiver. You can be really stacked at the wide receiver position if you want with DeAndre Hopkins.
I could. Here's my thing. I've always believed in a solid running game. You have to have a solid running game for the short yardage gains that you're going to need. And I'm going to go with Jamal Charles.
Very solid. I know he's coming off an injury, but from everything I've heard is that he's also getting more and more reps. Just throwing that out there, Jamal Charles is a very stable back. I don't know if you're ready for him in this round.
And I don't think
he's got 20 seconds, so I got to be quick.
There's 50-50 on him starting week 1, so you could also picture that.
You can also think about Doug Martin. You know that he's going to be. And Devontae Freeman's another running back who got him solid points.
Well, I'm trying
just throwing it out there. You got 6 seconds.
Pick him right now. Just double click on him.
No, click on him and then hit draft.
Hit draft now.
There you go.
I like Jamal Charles.
Okay. So Jamal Charles is off the clock. Not a bad pick. What you got, Mark?
I had the volume up, and it says that you're on the clock. What?
Well, throwing up the X's is on the clock. You've got a plethora of guys, too. I mean, great players right now. DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Freeman, Allen Robinson, Eddie Lacy, which I'm thinking he's going to have a great year. Keenan Allen is a great target guy.
But the way that the draft has been so far, I know I will be able to get more running backs in the later round. So I'm going to take DeAndre Hopkins because he's the top wide receiver left on the board that I know for sure that we'll get some yards and touchdowns.
Right. Solid. I wouldn't disagree with you at all. Solid pick. I would assume Fox Sports should be starting at... Which one is starting at 8 o'clock?
I actually got a notification that ESPN is... our draft room is open.
Okay, so let's go over to... We can... Mark, you're going to be next, I believe, right? You've got the next pick coming up for us.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 more.
Slim Jim's on the clock right now for...
Yeah, he's got 2 picks.
Yeah, he's got 2. Yeah.
So this will be interesting for him. Once again,
second round and
so we got to give him the proper information. So it looks like scroll up here. So Robinson got picked up. Running back Devontae Freeman got picked up. Keenan Allen's going to be a big guy. If he's looking for advice, Keenan Allen's probably going to be a big guy coming off an injury as well. And same thing with Mark Ingram. Those are 2 solid players right there. If you're looking to build solid players, Keenan Allen would probably be one. Mark Ingram would be another one. Alshon Jeffrey may be a hit or miss. Same thing with Brandon Marshall. Mike Evans may be a good guy as well. So wide receivers are going to be probably your biggest bet right now. Possibly.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be a bit interesting in Chicago with Adam Gase gone. So what kind of offensive system are they going to have for Alshon Jeffrey to be that wide receiver that he could be?
Yeah, but you know that Coach Fox is not going to let his offense sputter at all, if at all. So ESPN, you know what? I could have just done this off my phone, quite honestly, but that's okay. I'm just kind of getting ready for the next draft, which is happening in looks like 15 minutes, and then after that, Fox Sports will be on right behind that.
Slim Jim drafted Keenan Allen from the San Diego Chargers, wide receiver.
So now with Slim Jim, I would say that your next bet would probably be running back.
There are 2 potential U's this football season. The DirecTV U likes saving puppies with Andrew Luck.
I apologize, everybody.
The cable U likes a good turtleneck. Don't be the cable U. Get NFL Sunday Ticket included at no extra charge. Only on DirecTV.
There we go. We're off.
Well,
because
I'll say this. It looked like Slim Jim actually listened to your advice there, JD, and I'm just going to throw this out there. All of a sudden, he wants to listen.
This guy. So I apologize. I didn't see who he got.
Keenan Allen.
So he picked up Keenan Allen. He's got the next pick. I would say running back, but here's the thing.
I'm gonna turn off my mic.
Keep an eye on your bye weeks now. If you're listening to me at all, keep an eye on your bye weeks. Your bye weeks will be in the middle there, right as to the right hand side. It looks like you picked somebody. Who'd you pick? You're stretching with C.J. Anderson.
Wow.
Yeah, so he picked up C.J. Anderson. I understand where he's coming from. We tried to get it to him quickly enough, but someone's on the clock.
I'm on the clock.
Throwing up the X's. All right, dude. So, Mark, you're up. Who are you thinking about? Because I know Kyle's next. Loyal listener Kyle is next, and so he's got a great options as wide receivers. He's got Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, Mike Evans, LaShawn McCoy. Well, he's a running back, but still, Amari Cooper, Demarius Thomas, Carlos Hyde, and Matt Forte are rounding up the next top individuals. So we're all still in a great spot right now, but it's really up to where Mark's looking at.
I don't know if I want to go heavy more on running backs.
And if you're not in the draft right now, it looks like Fox Sports is taking are allowing us to enter the draft, just as a heads up. So you might want to enter that as soon as you can. And you're going to be hearing some more noises from me here in a minute, not intentional, but
I'm going with another running back from the Carolina Panthers, Jonathan Stewart.
Nice. Wow. I'm not disappointed in that pick. I feel that it is a stretch, but that's my opinion. I mean, it could work out for you. Loyal listener Kyle, you're up. What are you thinking about right now? You know that Alshon Jeffrey right now is projected the top prospect.
He is. Here's my thing. I love college football as well. This guy I followed throughout his college football career.
I know where you're going.
Amari Cooper. I'm looking for a big second season out of him.
Okay.
And Derek Carr to be hooking up. So that will be my next draft.
If you haven't been into Fox Sports is about 12 minutes away. So if you can get logged into Fox Sports, we'll get you also kind of all set up as well as that gets ready. Right now, Cowboys for life, sure, but wow, it's weird. I'm in the room with two Cowboys fans, and yet none of them have picked Cowboys players yet. So I said yet. Don't look at me like I kicked your favorite dog. Oh wait, she's out in the other room.
It's not like I'm gonna draft a Cowboys defense right away.
Wow.
Or Jason Witten.
All right, so I'm up, and
no, you're down.
This running back has always
down.
You're kneeling down. Take a kneel.
I'm gonna kick both of you in the square ding dings here.
Oh.
Oh.
Was that a threat?
Apparently.
Okay, never mind.
I'm good. Just playing.
I want that thing now. Wherever that came from, I want it.
I'm just playing.
But anyways, so here's what I'm taking. I'm going to be taking. Looks like if I have a decent wide receiver, I need a wide receiver. I'm taking Mike Evans. He has a bye week in week 6. I'm looking for a big second season for Jameis Winston. And if he's good, Mike Evans will be a great wide receiver as well. But that's okay.
So what would you do now when you come back for your next pick?
I'm looking running back.
Running back?
I'm looking running back. You and I both know quarterbacks will probably be my next one. But I'm going to be running back now because I know that wide receivers are going to be still available later on in the drafts as well.
Especially how the draft is going.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for... it looks like Brandon Cooks just got picked up off the list, and waiting to see what the next one he picks up. But in my mind, I've already got my running back that I want, and if it's the way that I'm going to have it, it'll be LaShawn McCoy because I was going to pick him up, but I figured I could wait a little while longer. If Steelers is smart, I would say that he's probably going to probably pick up Demarius Thomas or Carlos Hyde. I mean, he's been drafting weird, so it's hard for me to really put a gauge on him.
Who?
This guy that's on Steelers 2017.
Yeah, because he's a Steelers fan. They always
easy now. The fat man's a Steelers fan. Got to be careful when you say that.
He ain't here. He's down.
Oh, he's down for a little bit. Little bit.
Just a little bit.
So, he's got 25 seconds. I'm thinking that he's probably going to he may auto draft. I don't see him doing that. It's just kind of weird how if he does, and he did draft somebody. He picked up Jarvis Landry from Miami. Makes you wonder if he's even if he's just trying to be a jerk. You know, I mean, quite honestly. So, I mean, it makes it easy for me. I'm picking LaShawn McCoy because, you know, last season when I had him on my team, when he did good, or when he was healthy, he was great. He was getting me a lot of points. He actually helped me start in the league that we were in, Mark. He actually helped me become undefeated for the first 7 weeks. So, I'm going to stay with LaShawn McCoy. I'm going to go with what I feel comfortable with. And that kind of really wraps up my running backs. Now, this is a 3 wide receiver league, so there is no flex. So something else to keep in mind of as well. So right now, wide receivers
are somewhat a flex because it's either wide receiver or a running back.
Mine's not. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It is.
W or
I'm looked at it wrong. I looked at it wrong. But yes, okay. So you're right.
So you probably want to pick up another wide receiver, or if you got that running back that could catch and run,
right?
That's definitely a
well, and that's why I picked LaShawn McCoy, because you know he's going to be probably in that good system.
Kyle, you're up next.
I am up.
What you're looking
for? You know what?
So you have Carlos Hyde, Matt Forte, Sammy Watkins, Ryan Matthews, Jeremy Maclin, and Julian Edelman. You also have a quarterback that's starting to make the mix, and that's Russell Wilson.
Right. Though he's a scrambler, still not a huge fan of Russell Wilson. I'm just not.
You've got a minute left before we go there. Who is on your team currently? Give us off your roster right now as it sits with your draft picks.
I got Jamal Charles at running back.
Okay.
I got Julio Jones wide receiver. I got Amari Cooper wide receiver. So those are the 3 picks I have right now.
Okay, so you've got those 3 picks. Here's my honest opinion, Mark. I'm ready for you to give me a rebuttal with 30 seconds left. I say running back. I think the running back position is probably one of the biggest things. Quarterbacks, I don't think you really need right now because you're coming up next quick.
Yeah, running back. Yeah, because you're solid on your wide receiver. So I would say have someone to complement Jamal Charles, especially you're not knowing is he going to start week 1 or
15 seconds, 10 seconds.
Go ahead, pick up running back.
Got you right there.
Thank you.
So you picked up Carlos Hyde. Yep. Not a bad pick. He's going to be playing against a tough defense. So now you're going to have to play a little bit of strategy because you know that he's going to be playing against the Arizona Cardinals,
right?
The LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks 6 times,
right?
So just throwing that out there. Now you're going to have to play a little strategy, but that's okay because we'll make that work. Now Mark is on the clock. He's got a minute left. Who are you looking at, man, and why?
Let me go back to my team.
And who's on your roster?
Right now, I got Todd Gurley, Jonathan Stewart, and DeAndre Hopkins. So I need to stack up my wide receiver right now since I could use the flex as another wide receiver, and the hot one right now is Sammy Watkins. So and I know he's going to get some reps, some catches, some receptions. Last year he got 1,047 yards reception, and his week his bye week the 10th, week 10.
Okay.
And it fits my team. So yeah, that's why I'm going with
Sammy Dub. So now that builds a little controversy as we start to see things a little bit. You've got Sammy Watkins. I've got LaShawn McCoy. We're both going to be battling to see who can get as many points as we can. Not only when it comes to you and me maybe facing each other, but also even when we're not. So this could be interesting. These are a good dynamic duo that you and I will both be all over trying to find out who's doing what and why. And please, dear God, have it be me instead of you.
It'll be easier for the run back because all you need to do is have the quarterback give out the ball to him.
So real quick, we've got a minute left. Slim Jims is on the clock. He has the next 2 picks. Without knowing who his roster is, I bet you I could find a way.
You could go to the team roster and just there
it is. So he's got CJ. He needs running backs. I mean, that's just all there is to it. With the next 2 picks, I would say go running back. And now, man, quite honestly, if you have the opportunity, I would say go running back and possibly now a quarterback, possibly tight end. I leave that part up to you. It's a gut feeling at that point because really at this point none of them are going to be wrong. If I was in your shoes right now, I would say that at this point I would probably pick up. I'd probably pick up either a wide. Well, you got wide receivers, so I'd probably pick up a quarterback. In this case, that's when I would be looking at somebody like Russell Wilson or your next probably best quarterback. He's picked somebody, and actually he picked up Jeremy Hill from Cincinnati.
Interesting.
So his running backs are a little light, but not a bad pick.
It's funny, the last text I got from the whole quarterback issue, it's hard to say whether they have a strong passing game. So he's already been thinking about the quarterback. Now that you've thrown that out there with the running back.
He's got a minute left. Quarterback, now he's got the next pick. Quarterback, he's got a dual threat quarterback. In a PPR league, he gets points for running and throwing. So not a bad option to think about somebody like Russell Wilson. Just because he went for 150 yards passing, if he went for 100 yards rushing, that's a damn good day, guys. So, and it adding a touchdown here or there, I mean, of course, but, that's where you're at. So I'm just throwing that out there. I know that
Ooh.
I didn't do it.
Wow.
It's something with the with drafts coming up. So it looks like we got 4 minutes before our next draft starts here in a minute. So things are going to start getting hot and heavy here. For the next hour or so. But it looks like he actually picked Russell Wilson. So not a bad pick. Jeremy Maclin went next. Julian Edelman followed him. Looks like Mark, you're next. By the way.
I am.
Yep. Actually, that just answered that.
Okay. Let me see what I want to do. I was leaning towards Larry Fitzgerald, but he has week 9 as the bye week, and I already have DeAndre Hopkins week 9 bye, so I can't go that route. So.
Oh, and by the way, in fantasy football for Fox, I've got the number 1 pick. just throwing it out there. And it looks like, quite honestly, for Fox Sports, we may be just a 6-man team.
Oh, that's not bad.
That'll be interesting. So those picks will fly hot and heavy. So anyway, back to this one here that's currently at stake.
Okay, so I go with the next best wide receiver. And playing for Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb will be able to get some catches in his way, some balls in his way. So go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and pick your.
Oh,
see, I ain't playing no more.
Sorry. I just dropped my player. There you go.
So you've picked Randall Cobb. That brings up loyal listener Kyle. Loyal listener 916 is looking at, he's got 2 decent running backs and 2 decent wide receivers. Not a bad time to start thinking quarterback, tight end, possibly even filling up the bench a little bit more with their wide receiver or running back core.
Yeah, I'm going to grab my tight end of choice, old handy hands, Jason Witten.
Well, okay. You've already picked him?
I already have. And I'll tell you why. First of all, I understand that the Cowboys are opening the season with a rookie quarterback. I'm okay with that. But Jason Witten is who he is for a reason. And I'm going to have confidence in that.
Okay, so that brings it up. Now, all of a sudden, I've got my pick. Greg Olsen went next. That's why I kind of went, well, I wouldn't have picked him. I would have much rather picked Greg Olsen.
Right.
All right, so now here I'm going to start reaching. As soon as my computer decides to start working. If he's anything like he was last year or a couple of years ago, this is not a bad pick.
Well, which is the next one?
Well, the next best
option. For our...
Oh, you know what? I don't have to worry about this. Oh,
it's NFL?
Fox Sports.
Fox
Sports?
Oh, no, we're on Fox Sports. It is,
No, we're not.
No, we're on NFL.
We're on NFL.
Okay.
Oh, it is Fox Sports. So I'm picking Eric Decker, wide receiver, New York Jets. So he's now my wide receiver, and now this brings up an interesting situation for myself because now I can still get another wide receiver and be looking good. I'm going to reach a little bit, and this is an opportunity for me to reach a little bit. And if he's as good as he was last or 2 years ago, it's not a bad fit. And that's somebody that I'm looking at is going to be Kelvin Benjamin, wide receiver, Carolina Panthers.
We're less than 1 minute for the Fox.
And I have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to get logged in there.
I went to the wrong one. Now this is gonna be so.
Real quick, since we are 209 Sports, Delta Athletics women's soccer Mustangs get the win 5-0 on Canada via the Delta ATCs. Just throwing that out there since we do need to report some good stuff. McNair is hammering Atwater 21-7 high school football. Newman is tied 13-13, does not speak the team. Nope, Tokay was winning, I think. Lincoln. All right, so Kelvin Benjamin is going to be picked for myself for Fox Sports. I'm picking him as my option. What did I say? Fox Sports? I meant NFL. Excuse me.
I thought you said that's your number 1 pick.
So now
you're on the clock for.
I am on the clock, but I'm allowing you guys to all get logged in. So
I don't know. Do I have 2 picks? Why do I have Mark and I have
Pokemon?
Yeah, that's mine. But who's number 5? I don't know who's number 5.
Kyle is. Oh wait,
no, he's number 4.
I don't know.
Well,
it's very rare that you have a Mark's team and a Pokemon. Not very Mark spelled that way. I spell conspiracy.
Probably that was in my other. I don't know. Whatever.
But anyways, so let's keep an eye on.
Oh, Kyle, who are you going for right now?
Where am I at?
You're on the clock for NFL.
NFL. I'm keeping an eye on the Fox Sports. I've got 20 seconds, and then so as soon as you're done there, we'll get you logged in here.
We need to finish NFL real quick.
Oh, I lost it.
Give it a second. You got 45 seconds. You're good.
Yeah.
Blame Mr. JD for all this mess.
I just picked a wide receiver for Fox Sports, just so everybody's aware. I got Antonio Brown.
Why?
Because he's the number 1 pick. Dummy.
Says who?
Says me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
Are you back? Okay.
I'm back. And
why on
it shows you got 20 seconds left, so I'd kind of get ready to pick somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the QB.
Okay.
And I hope he stays healthy this year. And I'm gonna take Andrew Luck.
Nice pick. So that puts throwing up the X online here. Now, what the hell?
So I'm gonna for running back, I'm gonna pick up a running back, and that's a former.
Oh, that's why.
Cowboys player.
I was wondering why it does that.
DeMarco Murray.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Really.
And I cannot get logged into Fox.
Why did I got closed down for?
I ain't doing nothing.
Yes, you did.
Sabotage.
Yeah.
Sabotagey. But anyway, so Slim Jims is up. I bet you he's looking at what he's got going on. Give me 1 second there, bud. Let me look at your team. And where are you at? There you are. So you've got.
What's that?
I would start looking at. Not a bad pick. Nice pickup on the tight end. Now possibly start filling your roster here a little bit. Wide receiver, running back kind of thing. So he's gonna look into who he can log into next. We're having a little problem trying to get logged into Fox Sports for Kyle here. It's not like you're missing a whole heck of a lot. You're going to probably be picking a lot of picks. So
I'm handicapped. Somebody help me, please.
Someone help me, please.
Please.
Well, you've got. Let's see. Who'd you get? You got one up picking up for your first one. You picked up Todd Gurley. So that helps you, Annie.
I got a nice running back.
First, and then the second pick, I'm gonna go heavy. I'm gonna pick up
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so I took care of my my running backs for that draft.
And so it looks like
Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald is off the clock. I'm going to be looking at quarterback for. I'm going to move over to NFL.com.
Now I'm back on the clock for NFL.
What the hell is that? Ooh, I'm on the clock. Or I'm not on the clock for Fox Sports.
Fox. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up Tom Brady.
So
I'm gonna put him on my bench. Wait until he finishes suspension. Boom.
So Slim Jim's Austin is on the clock for Fox Sports. I would say right now, man, you're pretty much open to anything. You can get a wide receiver or running back depending on what you pick first. I'm going to be picking up some running backs here fairly shortly. So whoever you're getting, you're probably not going to get the same ones I'm getting. But I would say right now, wide receiver heavy. It's a 6-team draft, which sucks, but that is
There's gonna be a lot of
we're going to have a lot of options.
Monster teams. Teams.
And here's another thing, since Austin may be looking, just because Dez Bryant, and I know you hate Dez Bryant, he's going to get you a lot of points. So
Who hates Dez Bryant?
Austin might. I know he's a Niners fan, so I know he's listening at home. I'm just kind of making sure that I know how much he hates.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I went wrong. It's a discussion my wife and I have on a consistent basis.
I don't have a problem with him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well.
So if you're going to pick Dez Bryant, I would say take Dez Bryant. I want to know where the hell I can turn that down. Oh, there it is. There you are. I knew you were around here somewhere.
Just call it mute it.
I did.
Mute your computer. Why is keep on closing me down?
So I've got running back options. I'm taking Devontae Freeman in Fox Sports. Loyal listener Kyle, you got 10 seconds.
For NFL.
NFL?
Yeah.
Get 10, 3.
What are you talking about? Oh.
Yeah.
I got 10 seconds.
Yeah, you got it. It took you. It got it. You picked Dante Moncrief. Actually, that's not bad. Wide receiver for Indianapolis. A lot of people are thinking that he's going to actually have a decent year.
Yeah.
So
problem that I have with that though is, let's see here.
And I'm going to take Lamar Miller for my other pick on. So I've got two running backs. I got Devontae Freeman and Lamar Miller for the running backs on Fox Sports. I'm going to keep an eye on, kind of try and keep an eye on both. So Slim Jim is up. Once again, man, this is all up to you on where you go. I mean, in a six-team draft, it's not very fun, but at the same time, it should be interesting because we'll be playing each other a lot. Wide receivers are going to be the big ones right now. I mean, I would say right now, you got Jamal Charles as running back. That's the next one, or Mark Ingram. Both of those are fine, and it might help if I was paying attention what the hell I was doing. So with my pick, I'm finally going to pick up a quarterback, and everyone's up and down on this guy. I'm picking Blake Bortles for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
My other draft, my first draft, I picked him up. I drafted him.
Did you?
Yeah, because he might have his good days and bad days, but he got wide receivers that are super fast, and he got the arm, and he's still young. So all he had to do is just have a couple 300-yard days, and we're good.
So yeah,
call it a night.
Dusty Frampton for St. Mary's Rams with an 8-yard touchdown run brings St. Mary's up 21-13 with 7:33 left in the first half for St. Mary's High School in Stockton, California. Yeah, that's the most up to date right there.
Okay, so I'm on the clock for Fox. I'm gonna draft Brandon Cooks.
And now it has Pokemon Go. I don't get it, but whatever.
I got number 2. My second. I'm going to go heavy on wide receiver right now. And I got to go with Amari Cooper.
So Fox Sports sounds like we're going to be in and out fast. So
that's what she said.
Yeah.
You're next. Oh.
No, I'm not next.
No, I was looking at the wrong one. It took a delay.
It has you. Oh, you picked up Keenan Allen for the San Diego Chargers, and then Kyle's rookie team picked up Jordy Nelson.
Kyle's rookie team is all being picked for me.
You should be fine. I'm really not worried about this draft.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep an eye on it, but it's something that I'm going to make sure that. It was.
Well, it is not the easiest thing to maneuver through.
Yeah, it's been difficult. I mean, it's part of it is, this is trial by error. But So Fox Sports, it is a 6-team draft. You're going to be picking fast and heavy. Right now, I'm looking at. I'm on the clock for NFL.com. My roster looks is like this. Quarterback is Bortles. Running backs: Adrian Peterson, LaShawn McCoy. Wide receivers: Mike Evans, Eric Decker. Tight end: Rob Gronkowski. And then I have my wide receiver / running back combination of Kelvin Benjamin. So now I can look in a couple different areas. I feel that this guy may have a decent year if his quarterback situation is right. Actually, I decided not to go against that. I've moved on from that. I'm going with a running back here in this round for NFL.com, and I'm going with a running back not a lot of people are talking about, but he may be a great pick considering his options. He's got a bye week, week 9. I don't have a running back in with the bye week in week 9, so he will probably help me out a couple times this year. And that's from the Washington Redskins, Matt Jones.
Who?
Matt Jones.
I thought he's out. Ain't he out?
It doesn't show him out.
You sure?
Nope. But I'm going to stay with him. But he's also on my bench. So it's not like I'm barely hurting myself.
Yes, you did.
No.
But you wasted a draft pick.
No, I didn't.
On someone that you know is injured.
Oh, I don't know he's injured.
He is injured. He's out.
We'll see.
He's out. You're on the clock for the.
Yep, and right now so Devontae Freeman, Lamar Miller, Antonio Brown, and Mike Evans have now been pulled off the clock or off the teams here. I'm also picking up Aaron Rodgers
for
Fox Sports.
Oh, Fox.
So here it is, 8:12 in the evening. We've got another draft coming up here soon, and I believe that's with ESPN.
That's under 20 minutes. So we need to finish one of this draft real quick.
Well, one of them sounds like they'll be finishing. Guess who has the first pick in ESPN as well?
I don't want to hear it.
I'm saying if you want to guess.
No, I don't want to guess.
Are you logged in with? Oh, you can do at least through your phone, huh, Kyle?
What's that, ESPN?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do ESPN.
So if you're not logged in there, you can.
So on the fantasy football, because I missed a pick, it put me on auto pick, and it took my defense for
the Dallas Cowboys.
No, I got Seahawks.
Nice. Okay, so you've been able to pull yourself off the auto pick though, right?
Yeah, I just took it off. Yeah.
So I'm keeping an eye out.
I told you earlier I am handicapped.
Someone help me, please.
Always.
But so I picked up Matt Jones recently.
Who?
On the clock will be Slim Jims, and let me look at his roster real quick before he goes and hopefully picks another guy here soon. I'm going to look at it real quick. He's got Russell Wilson, C.J. Anderson, Jeremy Hill, Antonio Brown, Keenan Allen, Delaney Walker, Golden Tate. Out of the best available picks right now, I'm going to say that you're probably going to look at someone like Emmanuel Sanders. I'm not sold on Jordan Matthews or Deshaun Jackson. I'm not a huge fan of the way that they're kind of set up. It might help if I was in front of the camera because I'm sure no one can hear me or see me. Then again, I got the face for radio, so it's all good. Duke Johnson might be a guy to shut your mouth. And Duke Johnson might be a guy that a lot of people are kind of overlooking here a little bit too. So it's now about trying to reach a little bit, pick a guy that you feel is going to be you're going to be comfortable with. Just by your roster, having an extra running back is not a bad option right now. So throwing that out there, and you stick where you want to with it because you got the next two picks. So I would say running back at least with one of these two picks. After that, you can pick, Emmanuel Sanders, not a bad one. I'm hearing Jay Ajayi will be splitting carries with Arian Foster. So, Duke Johnson might be your best bet right now. Looking at that. And so he went Arian Foster. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you looking out for me.
You want him? He listens to you.
No, he don't. I didn't say pick up Arian Foster.
He's a Niners fan.
I said Duke Johnson. I was actually pushing for Duke Johnson for him.
Go draft him then.
No. I've already got somebody else in my mind.
Oh, you got to tell someone to draft someone, but you don't listen to your own advice.
He shouldn't be there by the time he comes to me. Quite honestly. What's he saying? Oh, I thought he was talking trash. I was going to say, really? You want to go there?
Of course not.
What do we got over here? A couple haters.
So,
A couple
for my Fox, I
haters.
drafted Alshon Jeffrey, and then I pick up Russell Wilson for my quarterback. Got a solid squad.
Squad. So right now, Slim Jims is up. He's actually for Fox Sports. Things are going so fast with Fox Sports. You never know what you could get. Looks like a lot of running backs have been pulled off the shelves, but a lot's still there. So if you've got running backs available, go with running backs. If not, I'm just gonna say you're it's really upon your discretion at that point. Maybe go quarterback. I mean, these are very quick leagues, so we're going to be going against each other quite often. So yeah, I mean, I'm throwing that out there to whoever, whatever you feel there, sir. Let's see, ESPN's still about 15 minutes away.
I'm on the clock.
You are on the clock?
How does my team look?
So, Kyle, you should have been up here lately, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm up next actually for NFL.
Oh, okay. So you picked Seahawks defense.
Yes.
With that last pick, and that's still not a bad pick, but
no.
I don't know if I would have gone that high for defense, but hey.
My main roster right now is pretty much filled minus a kicker, and I need to fill up my bench. So with the amount of kickers that are in the league, I'm thinking that
there's 32.
It's nice to know.
Oh, that was funny.
That was funny. So
just like when our boss decided to say what position
for Fox
for
sir.
Okay.
Not Jeff.
Jeff.
He's talking trash, but
I am. Shut your mouth.
He gets all excited.
It was funny.
Let's see. So let's go here.
I picked Jordan Reed for my tight end, and then
I need to pick up another quarterback.
I'm going to pick up yo boy Sammy Watkins. So now that leaves Slim Jims up. Those are ones it's hard for me to go with those. I mean, I've not been a huge fan of that one lately because it's 6 teams. It is what it is. I'm still going to be competitive on it. But you know what? What am I going to do? Let's here we go. I'm going to pick another running back for the NFL.com because I'm on the clock. I'm picking up Jeremy Langford, Chicago Bears. So I'm throwing a couple options out there now for myself. Now I'm going to start looking at probably another quarterback. And then after that, it's pretty much going to be up to kickers and defense. If my team, there we go. So knowing that the Steelers will probably be picking here soon, my options are pretty much out there. I'm probably going to be looking at somebody to reach a little bit, maybe a Kirk Cousins or a Jameis Winston. Quarterbacks for me are what's going to be next for me because my team for me are as follows, and I know Mark, you're up on NFL or Fox Sports.
I am. What? No, can't be.
I've got Blake Bortles, Adrian Peterson, LaShawn McCoy, Mike Evans, Eric Decker, Rob Gronkowski, and Kelvin Benjamin. Matt Jones, Jeremy Langford are for my running backs.
Okay.
I'm going to get a quarterback next, and then possibly another wide receiver to fill, or maybe a tight end, because I do know I need a tight end. Too many jokes there. Thank you. Appreciate nobody really picking up on that.
Hey, man, if we have like multiple fantasy sports running, it's hard to forget that you're on air.
Yeah, right. It is. But
especially with this group of guys.
Yeah. This band of misfits.
Why you keep on closing on me? That's cool. It's gonna end up being an auto pick. Jerk face.
I didn't mean to.
Wow, sorry.
So Pokemon Go
Thank
is
you
still
for listening, everybody.
Still waiting.
We're here for you, Mark.
Marvin Jones got picked up for the Detroit Tigers.
Every time you could say Jones, he does go, oh.
See, so like I said, I'm going to be looking for a quarterback here real quick. Maybe not. I'm going to actually move over to see what's available tight end. So perfect. I'm going to pick up. It looks like I'm actually going to go tight end and make sure.
Checks out.
Activated.
There you go. About time you picked up on it. I'm going Gary Barnidge, tight end for the Cleveland Browns.
Who?
Yeah.
Did you really just do that,
I really just did.
T.Y.
Mark?
Hilton and Larry Fitzgerald.
Mark?
What?
He just asked me who Gary Barnidge is.
Who? No, I know the tight end from
Cleveland.
Browns. Yeah.
He wanted to know why I picked him up.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Gary Barnidge?
Why?
Gary
Why?
Barnidge was one of the top tight ends for about a 4-week span.
Okay.
But then you have
RG
RG3. RG3 is not that bad.
RG3 is looking pretty good in preseason. I know. Before anybody jumps into it, I know RG3 is really
Until he gets hit the first time.
in his preseason, and I get it. Slim Jims, you're going to be up on the clock next. Like I said, this draft is going to be up to your opinion at this point. I know who I'm going with when you pick up your next guy, but if you haven't picked up a tight end, go for that. If you haven't picked up a running back or you're not comfortable with your running back situation, pick one of them up. Depends on where you're at with wide receiver. I know which one I'm looking for as soon as I get to that point. Myself personally, I'm going to be looking at running backs a little bit. So Slim Jim, you're on the clock at Fox Sports. You go with that. I don't.
And there's a lot of running backs on the board for
Right.
the Fox.
So I know who I'm going for. I know I'm at least getting one running back. Who I'm going to
Frank
get?
Gore?
Yes, I'm getting Frank Gore because he's going to have a solid year.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
You saying that later on the weekend. Let's go back.
And he picked up Matt Forte, which is fine. I think that's a good pick.
Who are you drafting?
Myself personally, I think he just picked my pick, actually. So I'm going to make this one easy.
Wow.
I'm picking up Greg Olsen, and I'm going to go to running backs for myself. And you know what? I'm actually going to take and actually for Matt Jones, he's questionable. He's that was for during practice. It says that he may be ready to go by week 1. I'm picking up DeMarco Murray. So
That was my pick.
was it? Well, not yours no more. So, anyways, with
That
Gary
was my
Barnidge,
pick on NFL.
loyal listener
draft.
Kyle is on the clock right now. What are you looking for on NFL?
I'm going to take a bench quarterback,
Okay.
and I'm going to take Matt Ryan.
Solid.
That's not been a bad for a backup.
No, it's
a
not.
bench quarterback.
It's definitely not. And I'm going to be looking at quarterback here in a minute too, because
Another Cowboys getting draft, Mr. Dak Prescott. Let's go.
how soon would you want to pick up somebody like Dak Prescott? I mean, do you even go there right now?
Well, for me, I got Tom Brady. All I need to do is have Prescott play 4 games.
What if you go 0-4 because of that? And this is hypothetical, of course. But what if you were to
Well,
go 0-4 because he throws 3 picks, throws for 100 yards in an average of 3 each game?
I mean, look at my other players. I got Todd Gurley. They have to have a horrible game, and my opponent has to be.
So what
Shout
it
out
sounds
Wick.
like is Mark has built himself a manageable team
Right.
for a backup quarterback.
Okay. So, I mean, and of course, this is being hypothetical about this stuff too. I mean, I get it, but why the hell?
So yeah.
Oh, okay, that's wrong. I was like, damn, dude, I feel like I've already should be drafting here, but I'm not. Slim Jims is on the clock. He just picked up for Tyler Lockett, a wide receiver for Seattle, in Fox Sports.
Wow.
Kyle, you've already picked up a team. You got Jonathan Stewart. Your actually team looks like I think is going to look pretty good. Actually, quite honestly, I think you should just auto draft from now on for Fox Sports. He's got Todd Gurley, Mark Ingram, DeAndre Hopkins, Allen Robinson, and Jordy Nelson for his
Stop
team.
it.
He's got no quarterback yet, but hey, who am I to judge?
NFL.
And his bench is LaShawn McCoy, Eric Decker, Julian Edelman, and Jonathan Stewart. What the hell?
I think you're right. I should just auto.
Here I am I'm really trying to be particular and getting all these guys, and here he's got all these. I'm like, damn, man, this is
I
actually
didn't
kind
know
of.
I was on the draft on the clock
For which one?
for Fox.
Oh, you are on the clock. My bad. I was looking at his team. I'm like, damn, dude, actually, that ain't half bad.
Okay, I need to go run back.
Let's see here now on 209 or for fantasy football on NFL.com. Looks like wow, Slim Jims will be up next. I'm going to look at your roster one more time there, sir, and see where you're truly at. We got another draft starting in 5 minutes, maybe a little less.
5:48.
All right, Slim Jim. So check this out. You've got Russell Wilson, C.J. Anderson, Jeremy Hill, Antonio Brown, Keenan Allen, Delaney Walker, Golden Tate. You got Arian Foster and Emmanuel Sanders. At this point, you've got 2 picks. 1, get a backup quarterback. 2, now start filling your roster with the best, probably one of the best available. Let me look at the best available. So with this next pick, I would say pick a quarterback. That's what I'm going to say to you right there. Your next available, you got Corey Coleman from the wide receiver from the Cleveland Browns. I'm hearing nothing but good things about Sterling Shepard from the New York Giants. Amir Abdullah is going to probably get his share as far as a running back goes. It's all about trying to build yourself a team now. Kevin White, Chicago Bears, I'm hearing that he's trying to become, really trying to take what Alshon Jeffrey is looking at. You might want to go that route. But definitely take another quarterback. It doesn't look like you have another one on your roster at this time. And then after that, fill your roster. Maybe even start to look at defense and kickers. But I'm just kind of throwing that out there as a possibility. Doesn't mean that you have to go there yet. And so he has picked, and I'm going to smack your kid.
I'd do it too, but my wife gets mad, and I'm afraid of her.
He picked Robert Griffin III.
You hella dumb.
Thank you. And you're also up on Fantasy Fox Sports there, Austin. So you got 30 seconds left on that one.
Hella dumb.
Bruh, I just happened to look over and I'm like, uh-oh.
Let me tell you what Sundays are like in my house.
Leave me alone. Don't talk. I guess you're coming over here.
There's some, like, my wife will have to separate us.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
What's going to happen when Cowboys play Niners? I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, we went through it last year. Or was it? No, 2 years ago. 2 years
First
ago.
week of the season?
Yeah. First of all, I actually had people over at the house for that.
Oh, so they had ringside seats.
And
Perfect.
it was ugly. It was ugly because everybody in the house was 49er fan, with the exception of my wife and I.
Right.
So, yeah, made a lot of food and wish I didn't,
Oh, speaking of which, I know she may be, I shouldn't say I know she may be listening at home. Amy, I'm going to make sure Kyle brings home some decent stuff for you. I've got some M&Ms that I know you're probably looking forward to because I know you're a candy corn fiend. So, hey, if that's all you're feeding for, you're doing great.
Yeah,
all right,
doing great.
So I will make sure you got a little bit of so that way you can have a taste, as you say, for your way home. Now, if you don't have any, make sure you post it on Facebook that you didn't get any, and I'll go ahead and make sure Kyle gets roasted at work. So, I'm just saying.
Wow, getting it from both ends.
Well,
DJ Mark Evion is up for fantasy football right now.
For the NFL fantasy football?
Yes.
Thanks for letting me know.
So we're winding down actually for this draft. Actually, my mouse would work a little bit. There we go. Come on.
You got a mouse in your pocket? What?
Well, there
Is
you
that
go.
a mouse?
Ooh. Oh, and I am on the clock now.
You're on the clock.
We've got about roughly
Did you just take Sharp?
Yeah.
Mark? Oh, out of Tennessee.
Oh, Slim Jims took the
It's a
defense.
secret weapon right there.
I was wondering why my team looked weird.
I'm gonna go with the kicker for my NFL fantasy football,
We've got about 5. Yeah, we've got 5 picks left.
and I just took Dan Bailey.
Not a bad pick.
No, and now it's onto the bench for me at that point.
Yeah, you've got, and I'm probably going to be doing kind of close to about the same thing. I'll be picking up a quarterback, as I am now on the clock. And this is hard for me to go with, but if he has at least a halfway decent year, and I know he's lost a big wide receiver, he's not going to be a bad quarterback that I'm going to look forward to for at least giving me a solid game while the other quarterback's on a bye week, and that's Matt Stafford. He's got Golden Tate. He's got Marvin Jones.
He does.
Right now, that's about all I can say.
And also don't forget he has the addition of Anquan Bolden.
Oh, I'm Anquan Bolden.
I was like, Torrey Smith's still with the Niners, but
wrong Niners.
Appreciate that, yeah.
Calm down. God.
He is so violent.
You need to calm down.
What happened? What happened? I missed it.
Oh.
Apparently, I'm way off. But anyways,
You're getting all rowdy because I said the wrong 49ers.
Yeah.
I didn't get rowdy. Did I
Yes,
get
you
rowdy?
did.
Apparently,
Yes,
I must
you
have gotten rowdy.
First I mentioned about Kaepernick, I hear the bang bang. And now
I'm being texted that come this year, actually, it's going to be October 2nd, Dallas is going to lose bad when they play San Francisco in Santa Clara.
Per loyal listener Austin?
Yes. Per hella dumb, Austin.
Per hella dumb.
with who? With quarterback Christian Ponder?
Oh, I'm up. Let me, wow. Wow.
Yeah, you just went there, boy. That was awesome. And stupid auto pick with defense.
Oh. That's all right.
You hella dumb.
We're 5 seconds for the Fox or ESPN.
And that is meaning that I'm on the clock for fantasy football with ESPN, which means,
Bradley, you keep on closing on me.
I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
So, are you up on? Oh, you're going to do it through your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to pick Antonio Brown with the very first pick in the ESPN league. Now, this is not a PPR league, just so everybody's aware.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect. You won't get as many points as you would, let's say, with NFL.com or Yahoo. Those two I left as a PPR standard league. So
You're a Yahoo.
Ow. You're up on Fox Sports, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Okay. You're
Oh
not.
yeah, I am.
I don't even know if I
got Carson Palmer. Thanks. That's a good backup.
I'm just going to throw
Okay,
this out there.
NFC West as my quarterback. Not bad at all.
Actually, we're going to be pretty much done with Fox Sports here in a moment. We've got pretty much 4 picks left, and I'm going to pretty much be rounding it up. So that one's pretty much done, as well as the fantasy football. Throwing up the X, you're up again, by the way, on NFL.
I'm on it. I'm on it, son.
Okay, kid. Just making sure,
I'm on it.
And Young Bucks, you know how that is. You know how that is, right, Kyle? Freaking
Yeah.
young guys over there just, I'm on it. I got everything here. Yeah, you do, I'm sure.
Damn kids.
I got
So
it.
what's the bets going on over at the Houck household that when it comes to stuff like that?
We don't get into the whole betting deal. It's more of a hey, I'll let you live type thing. He gets his 2 cents in, and that's as far as it goes. I mean, the fact of the matter is neither one of us has had a team to really talk about, so it's actually been kind of quiet.
Still, it's the Dallas Cowboy-Niners rivalry.
It becomes more of a sport appreciation household at that point.
Our teams suck. Let's go ahead and just be friends for a moment. Okay.
He'll throw a few jabs. Hey, Tony Romo's hurt again, or at least he can stand for the national anthem. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
I'm just throwing it out there.
He can't stand, but his hair can.
Wow.
We saw that today. I'm just gonna throw this out there. We saw that fro today, and it was like, where'd that come from?
Yeah. I was like, wow. Because last time I saw him, he didn't have that long of hair. Next thing you know, it went poof, and it was out there. I mean, I was.
He reminds me of the Sprite Afro guy, the one when Grant Hill was with the little.
Nice play.
Yeah, it was good.
But
I am on the clock for ESPN.
You are,
and
where are you at? I might help if I was. Okay, so I picked Antonio Brown. It looks like Todd Gurley, Adrian Peterson, and Odell Beckham Jr. has been picked. Kyle, you have a minute left. You got Julio Jones right there looking at you. I mean,
I do. He's questionable. I got a questionable mark. I got DeAndre Hopkins.
Here's the thing. Once again, this is not a PPR league,
right.
So it's a little bit different. If you don't care if he gets 100 catches or 55.
Right.
If he might
I'm actually on the clock in both spots.
Damn it.
What to do? Where are you at? Let's see here. I got 36 seconds here. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Julio Jones.
Okay.
Just because I'm good with that. And as I jump over here to NFL fantasy football, I need to fill up my bench.
Your best available on your bench currently is Mark is off in his own little world. He's like playing Pokemon Go roster and then something else. Really, you got about the next questionable guy that no one's really talked about is Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin, and I just clicked on him, who just got signed to a
big-time multi-year contract.
Multi-year contract. The Los Angeles Rams, yes, and I expect him to do it.
Okay.
So I went ahead and just drafted him for my bench.
Which will bring me up next here in just a moment once the that one goes away. So now I'm kind of looking. I'm probably going to fill it with a quarterback, actually I'm going to be filling with a defense on my end because I do need defense now. Come on, and
come on.
I'm going to go with the New York Jets.
That's your bench defense?
No, that's my main defense.
Okay.
They did good last year. I'm going to try and go with them again. This may be a draft that I do defense by committee. It may not be the one, but I may go by matchups, which means, this might not be my number one defense. But you'll see me pick multiple defenses to get things started for the year. And then it may change later on. I may try and go a little bit more savvy on the defense. We'll see what happens. But I will probably pick up 2 defenses and have one more kicker, and then call it a night with NFL fantasy.
DeAndre Hopkins is my first pick for ESPN.
Okay,
solid pick. I'm not sure about his quarterback, but
yeah, I still have questions on it. But that doesn't mean anything really.
I just noticed a name on our ESPN league. Kaepernick kneel down.
Who was that?
I don't know.
What?
I'm just throwing that
was you?
out there.
Yeah,
that's Mr. DJJOD Mark Itleon.
Touche. That's beautiful. I love that.
If you didn't know, all my things all has to do something with NFL.
That has nothing to do with the NFL, but
that just happens
to be a quarterback that is in the NFL.
That one, yeah, no, that except for the Pokemon Go one. But
I still don't know how that got there.
Well, sure, it wasn't me. In my other leagues, I got like suspended Cowboys and all that.
Wow.
See,
taking it back to the 90s, are we?
Didn't have to. They're more suspended now.
Are there?
Yeah, there's 3 that are suspended for the first 4 weeks.
Really?
Wow, I haven't even been there.
That's why I won't touch your defense. I actually, if anything that
I don't want you touching my defense.
Don't touch that D.
Don't get away from the D zone, all right?
Someone help me, please.
Someone help me.
I feel very uncomfortable right
I'm
now.
up in the Fox Sports. So, yeah. What am I going to do here? I'm going... This one's easy. I'm going Houston. I hate you both. I hope you both rot. I hope your wife tears you a new one just for being here. Mark, I hope you're... Never mind, you're not even anything.
My wife's at home laughing. She's like, he's your problem right now.
In fact, keep him. Okay, so I'm up for pretty much the last couple times for NFL. I'm done with Fox Sports. My draft is completely ended, so I've closed out of that already.
That is almost done, Fox.
Thank God, right?
No. For me, because it just keeps them closed, keep on shutting down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, just because I'm going to be kind of taking a little bit of a risk, but I also because it helps me with the lesser of 2 evils at that point. So then I pretty much have one pick left on that one, and it doesn't bother me on who is next. I'm already moving over to ESPN.com on the fantasy football draft. And we're 1 round in. We're actually in the 2nd round now.
And the last pick for the Fox fantasy football will be none other than
you,
Dan Bailey. I got like 3 Cowboys. Oh my God.
In the process of still filling my bench over on NFL Fantasy Draft, and I'm taking another tight end here.
How many do you have?
I have 1.
Okay, perfect.
So, but I have double checking by weeks.
I know who you're going for. It's going to be. I feel that you're looking at Jimmy Graham.
No, actually, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. Because Seattle has not managed to do.
I drafted Des Bryant as my 2nd pick for ESPN.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Oh.
Before he got hurt, he was actually one of the better tight ends,
Kyle,
and he's
you're
starting
on
to
the
get used to the
Both
deal for ESPN.
both sides, both ends,
So just throwing it out
Both
there.
ends?
both holes.
Wow.
Both holes? What?
Both holes.
So 20
I'm-
seconds left on NFL.
I'm going to take Antonio Gates.
Okay,
Not
not a bad pick still.
not. You still got Phillip Rivers, and Antonio Gates is still a phenomenal tag team right there.
So Kyle, you're still on the clock with ESPN, which I see you're
And
already working on.
I am working on it. I got 55 seconds, and I'm looking at another wide receiver so I can get this taken care of. And you know what? I just keep coming back to this guy, and I don't. I'm hoping it's going to pay off, and I'm going to take Amari Cooper again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, even with AJ Green out there, Allen Robinson,
Yes.
Doug Martin, Jordy Nelson. Okay.
I am sold on Amari Cooper, gentlemen. I watched him play his ball in college, and I'm just sold on him.
So, NFL.com, it looks like throwing up the X is on the clock. That means that's Mark. You're this far in the draft. Where are you looking at, Mark?
Well, I need a tight end and a kicker. So that's my 2 picks. Durr.
Wow.
See, I wanted to draft Jimmy Graham, but he's gonna be out for. I take it. Let's go. Let's go, Jimmy. Little Jimmy.
Jimmy Graham goes to the throwing up the X.
Oh, where you gonna go?
So right now, in ESPN, I'm actually looking at. By the way, we have 19 minutes before Yahoo goes on. Okay, I'm working on it.
ESPN, I just looked up and I just saw the name, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Somebody has West Coast Dodgers. I know who it is.
Well, there's
Wow.
Orangevale, so I don't know. That's not your son.
West Coast Dodgers?
No,
That's not?
no,
Wow.
it's somebody else. Your son is Orangevale.
Okay.
Orangevale Slim Jims. So I've got 2 options here. I'm actually going 2 running backs for my next 2 picks here in ESPN. I'm going Doug Martin, and I'm going Mark Ingram. So I went 2 running backs here in the second and third round of the ESPN draft. I'm gonna move this here a little bit.
I got a text message. It's not me.
It's not. Hey, man, I defended you. You're good. He feels better. You can actually sleep at night tonight, so you're all right. Trust me.
He ain't tripping. He's got a lock on the door.
But no, we figured out who it was. Orangevale, you're on the clock. Plenty of great picks right now. You've got, I would say, start looking at wide receivers. I just took 2 running backs off the hands here, so I'm already hurting some people that are looking to try and get their running back situation bolstered. I've got a long time before
Since it's a
Go ahead.
non-PPR league, so